Hey, what's up everybody? Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Today we're going to check out how the displacement effect works in GVG. Because we have Sandbox, so we can actually test this out now on the test server. So let's go ahead and check that out in just a moment. Without further ado, let's dig in. Alrighty. Anyways, guys, first, before we go in there, I'm going to show you here quickly that on prospector.gg, if you scroll to the hero guides here, and then you can basically go down here and then click this test server warning here, unreleased heroes, as your filter, and it will actually pull up the heroes that are on the test server, but not actually in the game on global yet. And you can go in there and you can check out these heroes kits for yourself if you'd like to see a closer look at them. I usually release these within the first 24 hours. I try to get on top of it best that I can, and I always will. That will include all the gear sets. You'll be able to see the stats, the awakenings. Sebastian Canes will work on the BP as soon as he's able to. Stage ratings is something that I might fill in later. And then sometimes we'll have some related videos that'll pop up here, but right now it's not in there. But you can see everything in there. Anyways, let's get back out of here. What we're checking out today is how she's going to actually respond when she's on the field and a GVG defense. I want to see essentially how is she gonna displace at all? Is she gonna move? Is she gonna sit still and just use her ultimate? She does have a pushback, which is really nice, but I want to see what she's gonna do. Is she gonna try to retreat? Will she not use her ultimate? Because if she doesn't use her ultimate, she stays invisible. Don't really know how the mechanics are gonna work. We're going to use Valara as a testing for this because I actually have her all geared out, kitted out. She's awakened. She has her artifact already maxed out, so we'll just use her. And she's an ESO faction, so I can be able to stick around a team just to see how she interacts. Now let's go over to the guild Sandbox. It's going to be right over here. I am going to go ahead and place it into I think a central keep. It doesn't matter what maps we're actually looking at. I just want to see how she interacts. None of that other stuff really matters. Now, this is an old team that I was testing out with Ymiric. We can actually just pull him out of there and go ahead and put her down. Let's see if I can actually just throw something on Nora just to make her a bit of a pain. Make it a bit of a challenge. There we go. She has something on. Let's get something on Carnelian as well. Just to have something there. All right, so there you go. There you go. I think that build is actually pretty good. And Mari should have something on here. Let's just go for straight attack speed. Make her nice and fast. That works. Not really trying to take those guys out. I just want to see what Valara is going to do. I might even pull these guys off. Honestly, might just pull them off. I don't have a demons like all leveled up in a specific way or anything like that. But what I was doing before here was I was putting Ymiric right here, and she's kind of similar because she can go on the ground, even though she can't like quite reach there. And then you can actually have her when her ultimate goes off, she's gonna be able to touch that tile. The other option is putting her here, except she's gonna suffer from AoE damage. So if the mages come in and they splash damage that, she's definitely gonna get taken out. I don't think she's gonna be able to survive that at all. So I want to go ahead and do it this way. Now I know there's ways to beat these teams. I just want to see how she interacts with GVG. That's all I'm really after. How is she going to handle displacement? Is she even going to try it? Now let's go ahead and fight my own teams. Solo practice. Let us check out this one. We can actually... this will actually work just fine because I'm going to go ahead and put down the tank and then put down the fool and then see what happens there. So let's go ahead and check that out. Come on, Valara. Are you going to be amazing for GVG, or are you just going to be another unit that's going to get placed down? I actually think she's going to be pretty good, so I'm not really too worried about it. What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and place down the Pharaoh Guard. Remember, these guys are not really leveled up, so it kind of is what it is. I'll put it on 2x for now. As you can see, she's already protected and she's invisible. The timing on that fool is probably not that great. Let's see. So she does activate her ultimate. She just kind of stays there. She's doing some pushback. Honora just destroyed them. Not really that big of a surprise. Let us go ahead and just take Honora off because she's doing a ton of damage. I want to see what Valara is going to actually do here. By the way, Infernal Roar does work really good with Valara, but I think that extra hit when her ultimate activates does not get affected by that. I don't think it's considered a basic attack, so it's probably better to go with a Soulblinder kind of set if you're watching this later on. Alright, let's go ahead and edit that. Edit team. This one. I'm gonna go ahead and push Honora looking the other way. Just move her. So she's not having a big effect on what's going on here. Alright. Then we can see how Valara acts. She doesn't seem like she's gonna displace. I didn't think that she would, but I wanted to see, but we can also see how well she's gonna do as far as just damage against a Feral Guard. So Feral Guard is gonna get that magic res reduction on her because she's high awakening, and he has high magic resistance as it is, so if she can just take him out without really having a problem, it's gonna be kind of interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and put down the Feral Guard. We'll get the Fool up behind here. Hopefully before she activates. So she's doing a ton of damage. Okay, so she's really taking him out. That was actually pretty amazing. Feral Guard's pretty tough. Let's go check out that Feral Guard, see how tough he is. And then we'll take the rest of the units off and we'll see what she does. She's probably just going to activate her ultimate and take the invisibility away so she can't just sit in the open like I think a lot of people would hope. Let's see here. I gotta check out my demons. My Feral Guard might be pretty low level. I wouldn't doubt that. I was trying to save that so I can upgrade them all at once. He's level 7. What was his BP at? Holy cow. He just destroyed that Feral Guard. Alright, let's see here. Killed. Registered. Sandbox. Solo practice. Trying to get used to doing this. Attack. Let us see what his BP was actually at. Let's put him here. I can actually just click on him. Affiliate with Ingrid. Well, I mean, it's not bad. Oh, look at that. They had the actual Lord bonus on there. There's a 1.15x hero affiliation bonus. We don't have to guess anymore. It's just there. Nice. I don't think he's just going to survive all of a sudden because of that. We could definitely get his BP a lot higher, but he is level 7 and he's just getting ripped to shreds. It's interesting to me that she's doing a ton of damage here. I'm definitely not theory crafting where you're going to be able to place her or anything like that. I'm just trying to see how well little Feral Guard can survive this. A little tougher. You must have not had a good affiliation. She's not tearing them apart anymore. Not hitting anymore. She's doing her random push though without actually being able to touch them, which is interesting. She went back to being invisible after her ultimate was done. I actually didn't know that she went invisible after her ult. I thought that was removed permanently when she uses her ultimate. That's weird. She has the ability to move anywhere on the map. The 4 tiles away, 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a lot. So anywhere within this range, she could fly over to. And she's not doing that. So I'm assuming that displacement isn't going to be a thing. Valara has the awesome pushback, and she has the magic res reduction when they walk into her range. This is going to make her probably a little bit better than Moradin or Astral, sorry. But that being said, she is doing pretty good. You know, he's going to have that magic res reduction, but he's level 7. So yeah, I mean, you're going to get that pushback. The crowd control is very nice. Kind of theory craft quickly about how what she's gonna do if she's just face to face with an enemy. That way we can see it just go into her ultimate and get taken out. I think that's what's gonna happen. But let's actually go back into the defenses here. Edit team. Edit. Boy. Let's take these guys off. We'll just move them somewhere else for now. Him too. Bye. Let's put her right here facing forward. So it's going to be hard to target her unless you're doing splash damage if she's sitting on one of the tiles, but you can put her on a tile as well. It makes her very versatile for GVG. Very awesome for GVG. I think she's going to be great. Let's go ahead and attack that now. So we'll practice. Yeah, let's see what he's assigned to. Gonna need a tough affiliate of some kind. We can just it reassigned. You little bugger. I thought it reassigned. Okay, we're gonna assign her to the Pharaoh Guard. And then the Pharaoh Guard is going to get the Lord. I don't know why you think you get to assign things wherever you want to. Let's go ahead. Alright, let's try. The Pharaoh Guard should get... I mean, he's not going to really get hung up on her, right? Just go ahead and put him out. See what happens here. She lost her invisibility. Got the slows up. Pushing it back. It's taking a long time for her to get up to him. He just walks right by. So it's not going to really help you block anything, right? Now what happens if the ultimate goes off and we're trying to attack it? Will they just go by? Yeah, I'll just click on her. Let's just send 2 pairs of dogs through. Gonna hit him. And every single one of them just run right by because she has the 0 block. So that makes complete sense. There's just no stopping. But she is safe when she's invisible. She can't be targeted by anything. And she wouldn't be anyways because she's not blocking. Now her ultimate's going and she is getting hit. As you can see, she's took a ton of damage there. Okay. I don't think we really need to see too much more. We can kind of theorycraft about what Morden and Astral can do. We'll look at the kits really quickly and see if they might have a better effect than her. I don't think so though. I think that more Astral has to be 2 blocks behind. Let's just go and look. Probably not very organized with this one. First time trying to use Sandbox for a guide on the test server. Kind of interesting. So let's look at his range. He's going to have a 2-tile range. Choosing teleports, blah, 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 open revival, triggers the Whirlwind Strike. So he's going to just do the Whirlwind Strike and sit still. He's not going to displace. 600% defense penetration damage. That's nice. To one enemy within 2 tiles of the hero. It's going to last for 20 seconds. Then enters the Prince of Darkness state when basic attack becomes Soul Strike. Deals 320% damage. When charging his power during the Prince of Darkness state, Morden grants 1.6% rage regen per second to allies within 2 tiles. So he's going to provide some rage regen within that range, which is pretty nice. When deployed, triggers Deep Cleave, so that's not going to happen if no enemies are in range. Enters charging state. So if you're sitting there and you're trying to wait to attack, or you trigger his ultimate and then take out the enemies that you're or the demons that you send in, he's going to start entering the charging state and gain 1 stack of Dark Infusion every 5 seconds. So it's going to be kind of dangerous to not be taking him out. Actually, each Dark Infusion increases base attributes by 10%. Your next Prince of Darkness state, which is his ultimate, and extends the state's duration for 4 seconds. So if I can stack up to 5 times. I mean, he's definitely going to be an interesting candidate to go on the field. But because of his range, it's going to be difficult, and he doesn't go invisible like Valara does. It's going to be kind of like trying to keep him alive like Sun Wukong. So, he does a lot of defense ignoring. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be kind of difficult to play, but he does fit along with the ESO faction and the Nightmare faction as well, so he's actually going to fit in there pretty well, depending on what you do. I'll see, he does the basic attack has a chance to deep bite, inflict vulnerability to physical damage, which is an extra 20% on the target. His range is going to be the same as Moradin's here. Let's see here. The hero's attack to the hero and one adjacent ally, so he's going to do some shielding based on his attack. Interesting. So he can go behind a tank like Torador or something like that and then get a little shielding going on. Yeah, I think that Valara is going to be a great case to go on to GVG maps for defense. That being said, I am not sure the other two are all that promising, but they have some utility, so they could definitely be used there. The other two kind of stick out more for gear raids to me than on there, but she is going to be amazing in arena as well. Obviously, they kind of meant for her to be in arena. I know people are asking about how well Valara is going to work in arena, or AoE arena in particular, and I think that because she brings that magic res reduction to any enemy that walks within her range, she's going to be able to speed up Ingrid's damage. Okay, so you run a Praetus Ingrid and then Valara. So basically you can trigger Praetus's Lord skill, or the Praetus button, and that's going to offer a huge damage increase to everybody here. She's going to be putting out slows. She'll put out the magic res reduction. Ingrid's going to be in the back, just throwing her solar flares out there. I mean, it's just going to increase the damage that Ingrid could do, which she kind of struggles. It's hard to show that on a test server because unless you're going against an enemy that's really heavy on BP, the enemies you're facing are actually not that high in health, so it's hard to simulate. Setting up the defense for AoE arena is actually kind of weird. Anyways, guys, I think I can't really think of anything else to cover as far as GVG goes. The defenses seem to work really well. Where she's going to be placed and how you're going to have any kind of team comps on there, to be said. Yeah, it's still kind of uncertain, unsure. You can definitely run Praetus, Ingrid, and Valara on the same team and do something with that. You could do the ESO faction teams, which will probably be amazing, to be honest with you. But that's all I have for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down in the comment section down below. Don't forget to check out prospector.gg for anything that you need Watcher of Realms related. We got the hero guides, artifact guides. The stage guides is something we're still working on. Video related content, and you can also, actually, I do have something to show you guys. This would be okay time to show it, I think. But if you go over here to my profile and then you click on my heroes, you are actually able to set up your profile with 10 of your favorite heroes, and you can add all the heroes and the awakenings for those heroes to your profile, which is pretty neat. We're gonna be able to use this for calculators and tier lists in the future. But anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I've been the Prospector. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, keep digging.